Well, hey everybody, welcome back to Haggett Hill. Another beautiful fall day here. It's about November the 4th. We're back at the house today. Going to be working on a little clearing project on our lot. I've got the mulcher. You've been seeing me use it up at the farm. But we're going to do some mulching on our lot today. So stick around and watch this little project. To give you an idea of the layout, we live in a wooded subdivision. Each one of the home sites out here is about 3 1/4 to 3.5 acres. And a lot of woods in between us, but I've got a lot of stuff that I want to underbrush and things I want to clean up on my lot. So we're going to mulch those out because now that I'm retired, I want to start developing my lot more, adding in a little bit more yard. I need to put in some driveways and things like that, but I want to get this thing cleaned up, get it all mulched up, so come springtime we'll be able to burn it off. So let me show you what we're looking at. Okay, so here you can see the grown up part of my lot. Now, I want to remove a lot of this underbrush. Now you see these pines and cedars and things like that. Most of them will come out. We'll save the ones that'll be viable trees at some point in time that's going to have room to punch up through the canopy. But a lot of these I'm actually going to leave for right now, but I'm going to take them down right before Christmas. Use the fresh greenery to decorate up outside for Christmas. I'm also, as I go through the lot, if I find a nice pine or cedar that again will be a viable tree, I'll leave it. I'll also leave my oak and hickory trees that'll turn into viable trees. And of course, I'll leave any dogwood trees that I have. I won't cut down a dogwood unless it's absolutely necessary. I've got a couple that are dying. I may go ahead and take them down, but we'll leave them. Don't have any redbuds on our lot. If so, I'd be leaving some redbuds. You can look down beside my house. All these little cedars and saplings right in through here are going to encroach a little too close to the house one of these days. So they will come down. Like I said, they won't come down today. We'll save them for decoration, and then right after Christmas or right before Christmas, we'll get all those cut down. Well, all right, we did a little mulching today, and I noticed it wasn't cutting as well as it has been. Of course, got some time on it now, and I'm going to give you a look, see what these teeth look like. So it's a four-sided tooth, has 4 points. You can see it right here, right here, and right here. For some of them's getting a little worn. Let me get you up close where you can see it. The bottom side of it, back here, is what it's supposed to look like, nice and sharp. I thought, well, that's easy enough because you can turn these teeth. It looks like, I thought maybe the cutting edge was out here, but actually the cutting edge is on the face right here. When you buy these pieces of equipment from China, other than the machine itself, the Derette V1000, it came with the owner's manual, but these implements, you're on your own. There's no owner's manual. So it's the first time I've ever owned a forestry mulcher, and I realized this is not a big commercial unit. But I got to looking online, and all the professionals, they recommend that they sharpen their teeth when they're using it anywhere between every 2 to 8 hours of run time. Well, I have about 15 hours of run time on this mulcher right now. My whole machine has about 28 and a half, 29 hours on it, and over half of that has been used running this mulcher. So what they recommend, this is actually, I found this tooth shape. Most of them have like a chisel shaped tooth like this, just 2 sides. And I found these online actually from a company called Diamond Mower. There's several out there. These actually are described as a tooth for a disc mulcher. So what they do, they take an angle grinder with a flat disc and just sharpen these little points right here. They don't sharpen out here on this. They just sharpen these up a little bit. And they say don't make them razor sharp because they'll dull a little bit quicker. So I was going to turn my teeth around today, but I think I'm just going to try to sharpen them with the angle grinder and see how that does. And I'll delay turning these teeth as long as I can. They recommend don't turn the teeth until they get worn down to the point where you can't sharpen them anymore. So we're going to give these a quick little sharpen before we get back to mulching. All right, we're going to give this a whirl and see how it looks. What I saw online, it said the more or the longer you neglected between the sharpenings, the longer it'll take to get these sharpened back up. But that looks pretty good. Clean that one up just a little bit more and we'll move on to the next one. It'll take me a minute to get that just how I want it. Get it figured out the right way. That looks pretty good. Well, this is going to be a tedious process. No sense keeping you around for all these. But we'll come back when we get them all sharpened and I'll let you know how they look. Alright, I'm not sure how well you can see, but they definitely look better than they did. I might have waited a little bit too long to sharpen them, but hey, they should be alright. Nothing else, I can turn them. I've already talked to the company, and to buy a complete set of replacement teeth, a little over $300, and that's shipping to my door. And a lot of rocks here in southeast Missouri. As you can tell, some of the edges are worn off. In case you want to know, there's 21 teeth on these, but we got them sharpened up. We'll throw a little grease in this, and we're going to do some more mulching today, and I'll report back when I'm finished and let you know if the sharpening helped out or not. Sure couldn't hurt anything, but hey, it's a beautiful fall day. Let's get to work. Well, here's kind of the final product you can see behind me. Sharpening those blades did help out a little bit, but I think before I get into any big-time mulching project, I'm going to take them off and sharpen. I think I can get a lot better sharpen on them if I take them off the mulcher head. Again, this mulcher does pretty good for what it is. It's not a big, huge skid steer with, an 8-foot wide mulcher that'll take down stuff as big as your leg. But for what I want to do, it works out pretty good. I do appreciate you stopping by here at Haggett Hill and watching what we do. If you like the content, please like and subscribe and leave me a comment. I'd like to answer each and every one of them. Please get out and enjoy this beautiful fall weather that the Lord has sent to us. And as always, God bless to you and your family.